It is begun.
But will it stop?
It will never stop.
Well, Mayo's not here, so it never even began.
So, welcome to Shadowrun. Everyone's dead.
Rip.
The end. Good stream, everyone.
Just as a heads up to anyone listening, I have something of a cold today, so that's why I sound terrible.
It's not too noticeable, in all honesty. Not to me, at least.
Yeah.
Also, Play Madness has to drop out of the game.
Yeah.
He said he pretty much has to work every Saturday and Sunday from here on out that he can foresee in the foreseeable future. So he probably isn't going to be back anytime soon that we know of, unfortunately. Raocow is out visiting his grandparents again.
You mean Kojiri?
Both of them. And both of them are visiting their respective grandparents. Abustoy has not responded yet, so he's kind of out today too.
And Mayo's not here for music.
Which means we get to listen to Umbrella Pants for 4 hours. Awesome.
No. 3.5 hours.
Fuse is always on point with the corrections. Never lose your faith in him.
Alright, so you guys, what are you doing?
Good question.
Jasper's probably watching Logan play Doom on the Pytac.
So he was probably sitting in his room.
Nah, nothing special for Jasper today. I already did the whole real estate thing last time. So someone else can take the baton this time.
But Logan. Why are you playing Doom in the super future?
Why wouldn't I?
Fair enough.
Are you playing the 2070 reboot?
Doom 2077.
They must be on like the 30th version of the ID engine by then.
Alright, so Jasper, I want you to give me a memory roll.
All right. I think I know where that is. There we go.
Alright, so as you're watching Logan playing Doom, you just suddenly remember that there was something kind of suspicious that you saw while you were heading over to the real estate office.
Mm-hmm.
Right, during a brief moment during the interview, you saw the screen on their computer, and you noticed that the same names were coming up a lot, handing off large sums of money.
Hmm. So this was like on the computer screen that Liney had?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think you're breaking up a little bit for me, Fuse.
Yes.
Okay. So, you said it was like consistent names coming up with large financial transactions?
Yes.
Does Jasper remember these specific names?
Yeah, it was mostly companies. For
Mostly what?
example, corporations.
Oh, okay.
There's one called River Cloud.
Is that a cloud that looks like a river, or is that a cloud made of river, or is that a cloud in a river? Compound words are complicated.
There's also Riddle Space.
All right.
And Elpire.
All right. Is that the extent to which Jasper recalls, as far as
Yes.
names and details? All right. So Jasper's gonna kind of nudge Logan on the shoulder.
Huh?
Hey, I just remembered something.
What, did we forget to pay the bills again?
No, I think we're good on that. When I was at the Oak Star Real Estate Agency, I caught a look at something on one of their computers. I was wondering if you could take a matrix search for me.
What are you looking for?
A few company names kept coming up on their terminals. I was wondering if we could take a look at what's going on.
Yeah? And what do you want me to look for?
Any suspicious activity, they were coming in with some pretty large transactions. And I found out while I was at the interview that they have a 43% growth, which is outstanding.
That is pretty big. So what companies did you notice?
There were three of them that I can recall that kept coming up. One was River Cloud, the other was Riddle Space, and the third one was Alpire.
Alright, that don't ring a bell for me, but I'm not really into all that corporate stuff. Give me a sec or two. And gonna drop into hot sim and stuff. Gonna just slop on the couch.
Logan rolls computer. So
Plus
you are
intuition.
able to discover that these companies are all other real estate companies, much less successful ones. It doesn't look like they should have the amount of money that they're sending over to Oakstar.
Hmm. So, other real estate companies sending money over, not successful enough to actually have that kind of money. Is there any information about what the money is being transferred for? If there's something that's being obtained in a
No idea.
So just a bunch of money and no idea why. Jasper, what do you have any idea what? I don't know. Do you have any idea what company like that would pay money for?
Let me check my knowledge list. Underworld and black markets. Are either of those applicable?
What are you trying to learn?
Trying to figure out if there's any any kind of favors that they could be doing in return. Like that was what Logan was asking, right, Logan?
Yeah.
You could speculate, but there's no real way for you to know for sure what they're doing.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that is corporate specific in my knowledge list. Like sociology is probably the closest other one that I have, and that's probably makes no sense in this case. All right. No, I don't really know too much about them, Logan.
Hmm.
Is this something Sawyer might have an idea on?
I've got Shadow Community, Underworld. I don't think so. Nothing any closer than those at any rate.
How about contacts? I should probably have someone who might know something. I do have a lawyer contact, a shark lawyer contact. Pretty sure real estate agencies get caught up in a lot of legal business. You know, zoning laws and whatnot. So I'm wondering if my my lawyer contact might know something about what's going on with them. I could probably give him a call.
And what's he like?
Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the guy who likes elven wines. I called him once before. His name is Bertrand. He's a human, male, middle-aged. Type is personal favors. Personal life is divorced. Preferred payment is barter. Hobby/vice items. Hobby/vice is social habit, elven wines.
All right.
Connection is 5. Loyalty is 2.
Jasper.
You're still cutting out a little bit from me, Fuse. Is that happening with anyone else? I could maybe try to restart Discord.
He is a little.
It just makes it difficult for me to figure out what Fuse is saying if I don't hear the first second or so. Like if it's a short phrase.
I think it might be cutting out for me too, a little bit.
Yeah, this is why I make sure to use push to talk. I don't know if Fuse is doing the same, but at least I know if I'm using push to talk, people can pick up on what I'm saying.
I just keep my microphone muted.
All right, so yeah, Jasper's going to call it Bertrand.
All right. Jasper.
Hey, Bertrand.
What do you need from me?
So I'm doing some research into a few real estate companies. Something seems a little off about them. I was wondering if you might know anything about them. Seems like they move around a bit more money than they should have. I got their names right here.
Ah, yes, those three. I might know a little something about them.
All right, that sounds good to me. What's your price?
I don't know. I've been a bit thirsty lately.
Oh man, I know the feeling. You know the weather. It's getting hot.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I keep hearing Fuse's audio cut off, I never know when exactly he says something and doesn't.
I haven't said anything.
See, that time, the only thing I heard you say was anything. And I'm guessing you said you didn't say anything.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah, if that's all you heard, then it's definitely cutting off a lot more than it is for me. I'm not noticing anything nearly that bad.
I'll just try restarting Discord. It might be my problem. Back in a minute. Hello, am I here?
I am
Yep.
speaking
Yeah.
words at you.
I heard all the words that time. All right.
Good.
I think we might be okay. So, yeah, I'll get you something to fix your thirst. I'll ship it right over.
Excellent.
Gives him an entire water bottle.
Stay hydrated.
It's important. Gotta drink at least 50 gallons a day.
He puts you on hold.
All right, so Jasper's going to start getting that ready while he's on hold. Like, I don't know, elven wine isn't exactly black market stuff, so he can just walk down to the corner store and pick that up.
Cornerstone store, elven wine.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. Not like decent stuff, but not like, yeah, I just went down to the gas station. There you go. You know what I mean. I don't have to make a pass, or I don't have to make a test for it.
Yeah, it'll cost you at least 500 new yen.
I'm going to spend 1,000 new yen, because this contact has been helpful to me.
Nice.
Is that for 2 bottles or just really high quality?
Probably high quality.
Alright. So you go buy that wine, you send it over.
Yep. Just mark it down in summer.
Ah, yes. Now I'm starting to remember. These companies are rather interesting. Their buildings, they tend to fall apart very quickly, more so than you would expect. A lot of people don't stick around in them, and yet they still manage to get people in. More importantly, they somehow manage to keep gaining money. Now, my sources tell me that this money is coming from the companies that they hire out to do their repairs.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know what's going on with that, and no official investigation has been performed.
Yeah, I take it it's not too high up on the radar for official agencies to take a look.
But that's what I know.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Click.
Click. All right, so Jasper's going to head back to the base and relay all of this to Logan and Sawyer if he's hanging around.
All right.
So what I learned from my contact is that these 3 companies, their buildings tend to just crumble a lot faster than you would expect. People don't stay around, but they still manage to get people in, and they're still getting money. Apparently, the money's coming from the companies they hire out to do their repairs. and no official investigation has been performed.
Somehow I don't think this has to do with shoddy construction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, sounds to me like they're putting together deliberately shoddy buildings, then selling them off, and the repair companies get extra money and fork over a bit of the cut.
Yeah.
If this is bad, that questions why the people would, still move in. Maybe they have really good PR department, like advertising department.
Yeah, that is a point there. Like, it makes sense that their buildings will be falling apart and the repair companies will be set up to get the money from that. But like, why are people still coming in? And that's an interesting point there.
Maybe they're doing a good job of obscuring it somehow.
It's definitely obscured it enough, at least, that there's no official investigation. Is there any further research you can do, Logan, based on this knowledge, now that you have it?
There's probably some. I guess, yeah. Like, just have to check out for maybe not news, but like reports of. Yeah.
Maybe find out what the repair companies are and looking into those as well.
Yeah, like maybe scope out the repair companies, find out
Like,
who
are
they're
the
run by.
companies that I already checked out?
No, those are the.
Oh.
These three are the real estate companies. Now there's separate repair companies.
Oh, I gotcha.
Funneling money to the real estate, and maybe you can find maybe something highly publicized, or not highly publicized, but publicized enough that some kind of accident that's happened in one of their buildings because of this.
Alright, so two angles. One, checking for any reports of the condition of the housings, and the other angle is the that come in to fix things. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Alright. Gonna do the first one first. And I go back into a coma again as a.
Jasper watches the pause screen on Doom.
Alright, and what was that one for?
For anything related to the buildings just be, collapsing and.
Yeah, any publicized disasters in the news or anything.
Or unpublicized, given the results.
Right.
So you're finding a lot of things on social media related to those buildings where the house just degrades very quickly. It requires a lot of repairs, and like you're seeing a lot of images from it. Contrasted with that, you're also seeing pictures of people like getting the houses new, and they look gorgeous. Like completely immaculate, everything is in perfect state. What interests you the most is that you see one of these houses change from one to the other in a single day.
Right.
The
Not
residents
exactly.
were in a terrible building. They sold it off to somebody else, and when they got it, it looked fantastic.
What are these things made out of? Is it some sort of special material?
Yeah, either it's some special material or there's some illusion magic going on.
Yeah, I was just starting to think magic might be involved now.
So yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, we can't count that out. It is Shadowrun.
And neither of us can sense.
Can Sawyer not do some kind of a sensing?
I've got astral perception, but that's
he
it.
can learn a sensing maybe.
I see.
Anybody with astral perception can get the ass sensing skill.
in theory, I shouldn't need it because Kojiri can already do that, but in practice, it would have been helpful
Redundancy
several
helps.
times.
Redundancy is a good thing to have. Alright then, next up, I'm gonna investigate the quote-unquote the repair companies. Flip. You know what, I'm gonna edge that.
Nice.
Alright, so you look into the repair companies, and you're not finding a lot. Like, from what you can tell, they barely have any employees. Their only business is with these real estate companies.
Almost certainly a front.
It looks like they just send all of their money back up.
Maybe they're part of the real estate companies themselves,
Yeah,
practically.
front companies or something.
You can't even find any information on their training procedures.
What if they're all zombies?
Ghouls. They're called ghouls.
Yeah, ghouls. Like, seriously, they have barely any employees, barely anything. What if they're just like some kind of magic puppet kind of ghoul undead thing?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, by whatever means that they're doing this, they make the buildings like degrade really quick. They send in a couple of people who are under the name of these companies, quote unquote, to pretend to take on repairs, and on the next day they just revert the buildings back to normal somehow. So really, if it's just to keep up backs, you don't really need training or anything. You just send like 2 guys or whatever to pretend like they're repair.
Yeah, they could be magicians.
Are the repairs supposedly working for a while and then they just
Yeah.
break down again? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we got on the image search on Shadowrun social media.
Yeah, the repairs will work and then something else will break.
Huh.
We could always try using that dog. We have the time, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we do have the dog.
Yeah, problem is, I mean, we still need someone to sense it if you actually would.
Oh, yeah, we
We
have
could
to have
use
a
the dog
magic
to take
user.
a picture and then like bring the picture to somebody who does have a sensing, like a contact, if anybody has that. But if we don't,
Or can we send it to Kojiri? Isn't that what we did last time?
I think that is what we did. Yeah, when we were investigating the murder in, what was it, the diner with Edge?
yeah, and we don't already know where Kojiri's grandparents live, don't we? Um, I mean, yeah, that's an angle. Maybe I could like try to get some sort of samples from the buildings discreetly. Somebody, do I have some skill that can do that? Let me check.
You mean just like sneak?
No, not for getting samples, but for actually analyzing it. I have chemistry. That would probably help.
You have the
I don't
dog.
think. Well, yeah, we do have the dog, but I think you're the only one that has any kind of chemistry type skills, Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's do that. Like, take the dog there, take an astral picture, try to get a sample of the masonry or whatever of what the building is made of. Then try to find out what's up with that.
I guess I could discreetly sneak up to the building and take a sample pretty easily,
Yeah.
especially since nobody's really on guard or anything.
Yeah, it's sounding more and more like going to one of these buildings and checking it out in person is going to be a lot more productive.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see,
Yeah.
what kind of building do we want? Like something. They're probably all kind of high class or something because they were not to be very nice. So.
Oh yeah, the pictures were like gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all like high lifestyle.
Well, so I probably need like the correct IDs to get in.
Gated communities, huh?
I mean, when you live in a dystopian future, everything you either gated or you live in the streets.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's all apartments.
Hmm.
Well, maybe there'll be some way to sneak past whatever defenses they have, like climbing over them or something, or just picking the maglock.
Can we get like a list of some of these places and try to do a scan on what would be the most low key place to check out?
I suppose. Yeah, I'm just gonna slump again.
Nice. Wow.
That inconsequential of a roll, I got a 9.
No, that's not inconsequential. That's important. We got to find a good place to go to so we don't get caught.
Find like the hidden basement where they make the super degradable concrete.
Oh yeah, we find their manufacturing place instead.
We find a place that looks good to hide out in. It's just, oh, this is their manufacturing facility. Perfect.
Oh, and we only just realized that as soon as we get in there.
So, Logan, while you're looking around, you find that there's actually a business that has rented out an entire floor of one of the apartment buildings for their employees, and they're all going on a company vacation for the next week.
Oh, sweet. That means we just have to worry about like cameras and stuff, no people.
Nice.
Right. So, yeah, let's get there. Let's take a good look at that place.
Any kind of matrix mapping you can do before we, set out on the wheels and everything?
I mean, I can probably do that over there. Like, it's gonna take an hour for the dog to scan anyway, so I could just like scope out the map on the grid in the meantime.
Ah, okay. Now, what time is it right now?
I gotta guess around noon.
Just so we're all set on everything. Fuse, is today one of the days that Jasper has to work?
I don't know. What days does Jasper work?
Let's just say Monday and Tuesday. That's what I was thinking last time we were trying to figure this out.
It's Monday.
Oh no! Guys, I have to work. Bye!
It's fine. We didn't need you. We just need your dog.
Oh no! And then you show up and it's me there.
Yeah,
If nothing else, at least you work at a real estate company that's tied into all this, so who knows,
Don't
maybe
worry.
you could get some info out of this.
yeah.
Don't worry.
You're already
All
you're
gonna-
trying to sell the office floor while the company is on vacation.
Yeah, Jasper's there trying to sell it, and while you guys show up trying to investigate, and it's all a mess. So, yeah, looks like I gotta take care of some business today. Probably tomorrow as well. There's probably no risk at holding this off until Wednesday because they're out for a week, right?
Correct.
So there was really no point in asking if you. I mean, we can go there anyway and just check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to be clear on everything before we just head out. And it's like, oh no, Jasper's getting a phone call. Why aren't you at work? Be right back for a few minutes.
Do I have any? I've got engineering knowledge. Could I use that to figure out if there's any kind of material that could do that?
Go ahead. All right. So it could be nanobots.
Goddamn nanites.
Made by Microlutions.
Would those fall under drones or cyber technology? Or mechanics?
Like the nano maintenance system on vehicles.
Oh, yes. I mean, it makes sense. If you can repair things with it, you can also de-repair, or whatever the word, yeah, break. Alright, well, just because off to work, let's go through the possible stuff that could get in our way, like cameras, maglocks, people probably less so, except maybe for a janitor or something. Think of anything else, Sawyer?
Unless they've specifically hired guards, but
I mean, the kind of company that takes a vacation probably doesn't. You know. It's not a megacorp, is what I'm saying.
maybe some sort of other alarm that's rigged up. Just something that'll go off
Yeah,
if it sees
okay.
motion or something like that.
I suppose we could just check out the building itself so we know a bit of its layout, so we can come back later with Jasper as, support.
Alright. I'm assuming that there's no way we can, send a tiny drone in or something like that.
I think the only drones I had were, destroyed. I
At
could,
least
buy one, but, those are mostly for snooping, not for, collecting stuff. So, yes, they've got remote control. Shitty low tier drone remote control.
I'm back.
If nothing else, I suppose we could see the outside of the building.
Should we go there during the night? I think that'd be safer.
Yeah, definitely during the night, because I don't think there's any advantage we get from going there in the daytime.
Only if you're disguising yourself, like as electricians or something.
Yeah, which we're not, because we're not dealing with people.
Right, there's basically no use to doing that, other than to getting past cameras. Plus, it's probably too complicated, like, depending upon all of us having good enough con and impersonation or whatnot to pull that off.
Yeah, either that or you'd have to go it alone, but
That would be more workable, yeah.
yeah, especially if you're able to let us in somehow. But
Plus, during the night, there's fewer people going around, which would mess up the astral imaging less.
That is true, isn't it? Everyone has an aura, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Everything that's live.
Hmm.
So let's say we check that during the day and wait for Jasper to get done with his job.
yeah, sounds good to me. I think we should actually head out there.
Could Jasper discreetly find out something out like he would have to know something about these places he's gonna sell, right?
Probably, like interior condition,
Yeah, exactly.
what the high points are, what the low points are. Mostly to keep the low points away from the customers, I assume.
Yeah.
So he would definitely be keeping an eye out over the next couple days for anything relevant.
And maybe there's someone around the place where you work that actually knows something about whatever scam is going on, because there's got to be someone who knows about it, and if they're low enough down, or if it's even an open secret, which would be better.
The thing is, Jasper only got this job very recently, so he's not going to go poking his nose around.
Yeah, you're not exactly trusted.
He's going to listen, but he's not going to ask any questions.
Plus, we're not actually doing a job, we're just doing this for the hell of it, just for the challenge. Well, at least I'm doing it. You're probably just doing it out of curiosity or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm thinking if there's something going on, perhaps we could blackmail someone that is something. Don't
Thinking.
give us 1,000,000 new yen or we'll spill your secret, sort of thing.
You do realize if you ever try that with someone like this, they're probably just going to send SWAT on you, right?
Assuming we can't stay anonymous somehow, but
Also, we cannot claim that we have some kind of backup,
Dead man switch?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling I got was that these are kind of really big corporations, not like the biggest, but they probably have, yeah, they probably have private security of all sorts.
So as black man, more like trying to find some intrepid reporter who might be interested.
Yeah,
It's
something.
It'll be less money, but also less risk. And
Yeah, something more neutral. Yeah.
Or maybe a competing company. Might,
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
who might either want in on the same scheme or who might want to, get rid of a competitor. Yeah, we'll see when you get there.
Yeah.
So Jasper, while you're on the
Yes.
job, you're noticing that a lot of the buildings that you're working on are very similar in design to the ones that are being used by these companies.
You said they're similar design?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, if it works, then
Unless you're intentionally breaking it.
No, they're just similar in design, or they have this weird breaking down thing going on with them.
Well, you don't really know. The company hasn't sold them yet.
Huh. Okay, so they, just as far as Jasper's aware, they look similar.
Yeah.
which, implies that at least the same architect, probably the same construction company behind it.
Yeah, I mean, that in itself isn't too suspicious right off the bat, but it is worth keeping note of. All right, noted that down. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Jasper would be able to do while he's on the job. He doesn't have
Not without causing suspicion, yeah.
right. Like he can't just break off a piece of the wall, and he doesn't have his dog with him, so it's pretty much a passive observation right now.
Are we taking the picture with the dog today while Jasper's
Tonight.
gone, or okay?
But neither of us has a vehicle, and the dog is not something you just carry with you on the subway or something.
Oh yeah, and I guess Jasper wouldn't be working at night anyway, so that's not a concern.
Oh yeah, what kind of real estate agent works at midnight?
A really dedicated one.
One that accustoms specifically vampires.
Yeah, maybe. But I thought vampires were like the blight in Shadowrun. Like
Hey, as long as there's money to be made.
maybe.
Yeah, that would be an
Maybe.
illegal business.
Ah, okay.
That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I think it is Shadowrun.
Got to have money.
Yeah, you got the vampire apartment building right next to the homeless shelter.
The view is nothing to speak right home about, but there's a convenience store right next door. So
Did you guys go shopping for anything cool?
no.
What? You didn't pick up 50 kilos of explosives this time?
Sorry, no terrorism today.
If we find out that they're doing something suspicious, we blow up the whole building.
We blah blah.
Can you repeat that, Fuse? You cut out.
Yeah, he cut out for me too, but he's been doing that all day.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait for the recording then.
I wonder if I'd be able to hear you better if I was watching the stream.
Yeah, just mute Discord and watch the stream instead.
I might
Just
try
be
that.
on a delay.
Where's the stream?
It probably wouldn't be better. I don't know how stable the stream actually is. There would also be the issue of the delay.
That's okay. All we have to do is delay what we say by 30 seconds and it's all fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, there would also be the issue with the delay.
And also, you'd be hearing yourself.
Yeah, that would also be another issue.
Well, I can't try that idea because I don't know where the stream is.
You can find it in my name.
All I heard was in my name.
Yeah, that's basically all you needed to hear. Discord Twitch integration is pretty nice. You can just click on me on the right side and just hit the watch button.
Yeah, except there's no watch button.
Yeah, there isn't.
What? There's a watch button for me.
Useful
that's
feature
weird.
allows you to watch your own streams.
It usually works, but right now it doesn't.
But Pizza Pony put it in the Discord, so
Oh man, there it is. I can hear 2 umbrella pants.
Sweet.
Later that evening.
I actually can hear Fuse better this way. I might just keep it up as a backup.
That's weird. Should tell Discord to stop it. So what is your plan?
well, I guess take a look at the area, see if there's any ways to break into it and get close. And then wait for tonight, I assume.
Yeah, if we're not going to get any kind of map before we head out, then I would say just kind of drive into visual distance, check out the area, see how far we can get
Yeah,
without
as I
any kind
said,
of
we
credentials.
were going to do that before arriving, before you were going to come.
Yeah, because of what was it, Matrix noise?
Just general, no, just like to get like basic intel before you get there. Just so we don't waste time doing nothing.
Okay. So, do we need to get anything before we go? Any kind of ammo, gear?
Like, it's not like we're going to go in hot again. We're just doing that on the side. I honestly, maybe some gecko gloves, so I can climb the walls. So if he doesn't have that already,
I can do that without the gloves.
perfect. Do you have anything to cut open windows?
I don't think so, unless
Yeah, like any kind of cat burglar stuff. If you can get it and it can be useful, that might be a good idea.
I grabbed everything from the breaking and entering section on character creation.
Do you have
I've got
lockpicking?
yes, I've got locksmith and the make lock pass key as well. So, and I've got the lockpick set and a mini welder, I guess, if that can be used to mess with the windows somehow.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Sounds about right.
Are you taking any special bow this time? Like when we went into the Black Ops thing?
No, I don't think so. We're not dealing with people, so I'm just gonna take my stronger bow.
Sounds like a good idea. What about flashlights? Does anyone need flashlights?
I can see in the dark, so I don't need to.
Oh,
But
cool.
light vision does not equal dark vision, though.
Jasper has low light vision with a low light flashlight, so I think he's okay.
I mean, I'm going to be doing matrix stuff, and vision is not that much of a issue there.
All right, I picked up a low light flashlight as well, just in case it's completely dark somewhere.
Yeah. Those are good. Jasper's is actually mounted on his taser, now that I look.
And Jasper, you would be aware that the buildings have keycard readers at the front door.
I've got a keycard copier,
Oh yeah,
but I
and
guess we don't have a keycard to copy.
no. I mean, not
Unless
unless
you-
that's like Jasper wouldn't go out of his way to steal one, but if I don't think they would give him one just for no reason.
Well, you need to have one in order to get into the building.
I mean, would he still have those after work?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jasper has some key cards on him apparently.
All right.
Of course,
one
if
other
you
thing,
use them to get into the door, they will know that you did that.
right. But we can at least analyze them, right?
You could make a copy of it, which would also be attributed to you.
I'm wondering if Logan would be able to forge one, like using one of these key cards as a base and making something that isn't attributable to Jasper.
Forgery
We've got a
can't trick
keycard
scanners.
copier. We've got a keycard copy thing, I think, but we need an original first.
If there's any way to get a keycard from someone at your work, even temporarily. But I don't know how to do that without
no,
just...
those people don't work there. It's a different company that works in that office.
Oh, something I meant for Desperate to relay to Logan and Sawyer. So the buildings that the properties that I've been working on the past couple of days, they're all very similar in design to the ones we've been looking at on social media.
Only that just means that they're using the same construction company for all of them, presumably.
Maybe we could sneak into one of those instead of one that's actually inhabited. Do you think there would be less security in the construction?
I mean, yeah, on one hand. On the other hand, that doesn't mean that whatever is causing the decay is already in there.
But
Like
if
if I were to do something like that, I'd wait at the very last moment to add that.
Yeah, if it's an illusion, that would make sense. If it's nanobots, I suppose they could be there already, but depending on how, like, baked into the structure they are.
But again, you can just, like, go through the window.
I wonder if there's an access point on the roof. It might also require a keycard, though.
Is there any way we can get in without using a keycard?
You could break in through a window. You could knock the door down. You could blow open one of the walls and go in that way.
You could ask a mage to go there astrally.
You could shrink yourselves to a tiny size and crawl up through the toilets.
Yeah.
The mini welder is apparently used to cut through barriers, although it says that it's used to melt metals.
Barrier is basically any solid object that blocks anything.
That might be a good way to do it then, just because it won't make a lot of noise.
It's not subtle.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
You're
sound
literally welding the door open.
Relatedly, underbarrel chainsaws can go up to 24p damage, AP -8 to barriers.
And is somehow even less subtle.
When you really need to get through a wall. But yeah, no. Again, the window is probably the easiest.
Now,
alternatively, we could always just try to use a crowbar and wrench the window open that way.
Is it possible to hack those keycard readers and just use a phony?
Probably. I've read up on them, I think, but I've never really figured out how those work.
Like in theory, hack through the keycard reader so it just opens up, then wipe the logs. That way they have no idea we were ever there.
They can be defeated using the same method as for keypads, by removing the case and tampering with the works. Maglock passkeys may also be used to defeat card readers and don't require breaking the case open.
Oh, I've got a Maglog passkey, so I can use it on that then. I figured it wouldn't work on the key card reader, but
There's probably going to be cameras everywhere too.
I'm assuming Logan will disable those.
Yeah, which is why I suggested we do the stuff with the dog and the Magic first.
Yeah, like ideally we could passively disable them so no one notices, because they're probably going to have night shift security watching this place. I mean, it is high lifestyle, right?
It
Yes.
means more like there's a police station somewhere in the neighborhood.
Oh, and Jasper.
Yes.
Some things that you would be aware of with the apartments that you're working on is that these ones are absurdly expensive.
Oh,
Like 25K a month.
wow. Now, these are just the apartments that Jasper's working on, not necessarily
Yeah.
the one we're visiting.
And they have a special deal where like all of their buildings are guaranteed to not degrade.
Okay, now that is extremely interesting to note.
Any repairs are covered standard.
Huh.
And are completed within the hour.
Okay, I've noted that down, and I'm going to relay that to Sawyer and Logan. Because it sounds like there's some kind of overarching deal thing going on here, like where everyone's involved. Like the construction company, the repair company, Oak Star, and these three guys, the three real estate companies. Because that is a very convenient deal to have in this kind of environment.
I mean, isn't that how it always works with corporations? They like group together so that their dealings are like muddled.
Yeah. So basically everyone's all dirty, but everyone's not dirty enough to the point where, they can't out each other without outing themselves.
That, and you can't like point at one single. It just makes it less obvious that it's a con.
Right. If everyone's doing it, if it's like normalized, Huh.
Well, I guess then while we wait for the dog, I'm gonna do a search for. Gonna look around for whatever Matrix presences are in the building.
Did we even say we were driving out there yet? Because
Considering we were planning to do stuff already, figured we'd, you know.
Oh yeah, I have no qualms against it. I just want to make sure it was actually said. Like,
Again, the dog's gonna take half an hour. If it turns out that we do need something, like somebody can just pop off there for half an hour and get that thing.
hmm.
So is there anything else that you need to get prepared before the night?
Does Sawyer have something to cover his face?
Yeah, we probably all need masks. Like if we're gonna go in under camera.
That should probably be standard procedure for us, and none of us have gas masks or anything of the sort. Well, you probably do.
Jasper does.
I
Gotta get
figured.
some ballistic masks.
Hey, Fuse. Guess whose ballistic mask I have?
Is it Blood Peregrines?
No.
I'm assuming that if there was some sort of nanotechnology, it wouldn't be, say, on the grid, so you wouldn't be able to hack into it in any way or
Well,
discover
it
that it's there.
probably would have to. Like, they have to activate it and deactivate it and everything. It's just gonna run silently, so.
Yeah, are you gonna need like a microscope for this? Like if the theory is correct that these are nanobots and not some kind of magic, are you gonna need any kind of super scope?
Good question. I might need a toolkit. Do I need a chemistry toolkit? I'm gonna buy a chemistry toolkit.
Oh, the ballistic mask is from Edge, Sawyer.
Oh yeah, that one.
Jasper has a cool mask and a cloak.
That one had a skull design on it, didn't it?
Yes, because he was a total edgelord.
It's my.
And if I recall rightly from last time, a gas mask and a ballistic mask can be composed into one unit, apparently.
Yeah, you can just shove a gas mask into a ballistic mask.
Practical and fashionable.
Well, Jasper's gas mask is a fashion gas mask.
Ooh.
Sawyer couldn't care less about just dressing up in the gas mask.
I mean, it's mostly so that any cameras don't identify you immediately. I'm gonna. Yeah, I should buy one as well. See.
Yeah, like if the camera hacking thing goes south, at least our faces are covered. And Jasper's vehicle does have a morphing license plate. Morphing license plate, anti-theft system rating 3.
What is the armor mod that does gas mask thing? Is that chemical protection or something?
You just put a gas mask in.
It's not on the list in Chummer.
You have to add gear.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Alright. I'm probably the least concerned about gas mask, but you never know. I should have had one forever anyway.
I don't think I'll really need too much Jasper's mostly going to be like the recon, guiding the dog, and maybe grabbing some samples if needed. Oh, I do have C squared rating 6, if that becomes necessary.
I mean, if that becomes necessary, we're already probably gonna be in trouble. Like, we do want to be subtle as possible. If I mean,
C squared, not C4.
oh, what's the difference again?
C squared is cleaning agent to get rid of DNA.
Oh,
So, like, if we had to grab some samples and just wanted to split and make sure the entire scene was clear of our DNA, we could just lay down one of those.
I guess they do both do the same thing.
Yeah, I guess.
But one of them is a little bit more subtle than the other.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there something that can like detect? You know how you got those lights that detect biological material?
You mean dark light with
Yeah,
blood
yeah,
stains?
that stuff.
Yeah, C squared gets rid of that.
Exactly. We just need like a black light so we can actually detect where those stains are.
You just
You
need
know
to
that.
coat yourself in C squared so that you automatically clean everything that you touch.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Drink some of it so it gets into your bloodstream, and then if you bleed all over the floor,
That just straight up injected.
They call him Mr. Clean.
Delicious bone hurting juice. How do I add an armor?
Put it on.
On my chart sheet.
You mean on Roll20? I think there's
Yeah.
like a plus button or modify.
No, it just lets me rearrange the inventory.
Oh, do you mean an armor mod on some of your gear?
No, I just mean adding an armor slot in Roll20.
Oh, I think they're capped. Like, I think you have a limit.
That's stupid. Let me
Yeah.
remove my undergarments, shoes, and socks and all that shit.
Yeah, like
Huh.
your good suit and your cheap suit are your last items, right?
I added those before I added everything to the Roll20 sheet.
That's
Right,
super
I don't think
dumb.
it...
Because there's all that space underneath it that's not being used for anything.
Yeah, I think it is limited to that.
Like, if you can expand the equipment, why not expand the armor?
Maybe because the armor's involved in calculations. Does it calculate your...
No, yeah, it is involved in the calculations, but you can just like toggle it on and off.
Yeah, but it might be like how they do the calculations. They can't just add it modularly.
Like I remember trying to make a custom sheet in Roll20, like the pro version, and it's kind of janky. Expanded fields, definitely janky. That's why I'm guessing that's why they had a static limit, just so it would be easier for the calculations to be done.
Then why not just fill up the entire column with the entire empty space? Oh well.
Like that's probably why there's a limit on the number of weapons you can have, because there's all those calculations that go into those.
I guess that's everything. We've got like 3 different ways to enter. We've got ways to not get caught. We've got. Do we have something to put like samples in? Is there something like that, just so we don't, just like a ball or something?
Dasper has plastic Ziploc bags.
Perfect.
You got to get attachable gear access and put it in your mask. Store all of your guns on your face.
Is that a new gimmick character you're making?
It might be. Gotta make that weird guy who has all of his stuff reversed.
Oh well. Well, there. I guess I'm just gonna set up the dog. Like, let's pretend we're there.
How are you getting in?
I'm not. I'm just gonna point the dog at the building and then have it just take the picture.
Okay.
Like inside the car, I'm just gonna like assume it's in the trunk or something. And while it's doing that, I'm going to take a nap and just scan the entire building for potentially hidden icons. Seriously, I'm gonna edge that. Actually, is that something I can repeat? I forget.
Yeah.
Then I guess. How long does that magic search take? Papers. I could check out my programs anyway. Programs.
Oh yeah.
Baby
You
monitor.
rolled 12 dice, got 1 success, and then re-rolled 9.
Oh yeah. Oops. Not that it mattered. So baby monitor. No. Don't need browse at the moment. Bootstrap no. Biofeed Karma no. Edit. Let's go for encryption and sleep. Oh, for hack on the fly. There you go.
But I'm going to save you some time and tell you that from your first matrix perception, even before edging it, no, there are no devices running silent.
Oh. Alright, what kind of device do I find?
There are no devices running silent.
Yeah, but what about those that aren't running silent? Those
None that
should
you can
be...
see.
Hmm. Hey Jasper, how far... Oh wait, they're not there. I was going to ask how far away we would have parked from the building. So,
Unless you care about people's microwaves.
I mean,
Hey, did you have a question for me? I just got back.
just how far away from the building we would have parked, considering that at a range of 100 meters I can't immediately spot any non-running silent icons. Also, apparently there are no icons in the buildings that are running silent, which is kind of concerning.
So, wait, there's nothing running inside the building?
Nothing running silent. And apparently nothing else in general which is of interest to
Other
us.
than toasters.
Now, when you say running silent, what is that opposed to?
Basically Matrix hidden.
So, what is running that isn't matrix hidden?
As you said, common appliances.
Oh, really? That is weird.
That making me nervous because a lack of matrix or physical security either means there's absolutely no security, which is making me nervous, or there is security that is not matrix and physical, and you know what that means. And I'm not sure which of those two alternatives is worse to think of.
Well, you already know that they use key cards.
No, I mean like just protection. Like at the very
So,
least, you'd assume that at a high society apartments, you'd have a camera at the front door or something.
so you're saying there's no cameras that you can detect?
Correct.
That is bizarre.
Jasper, there are definitely cameras in that building.
Logan, that makes no sense. I've seen these cameras before in these properties. They have cameras.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're running on a separate grid.
Or
Like,
maybe
mean,
they're part
everything
of the illusion.
internally.
What if
You
they're...
mean not? You mean like the fakes, just like dummies?
They could
Yeah, just like the rest of the building.
I mean, they could be fake physical cameras. Like, people do use those. Like, people set up cheap fake physical cameras to keep away burglars. They may not be magic, but I mean, huh.
Whether they're a magical illusion or a physical illusion, I mean, they're still fake.
Now, you said they could be
Nah.
on another grid?
Yeah, like it's like off the grid. It's just connected to it on the server or something, and there's no matrix connected to it.
So basically, they're kind of like air gapped in a way.
Yeah,
Like they're not connected to the main grid.
yeah, it's also a possibility. I figure.
Now, that is more possible than the other ideas, right?
Yeah. Do I have I think I have a data tab. Do I have one? Let me check. I do have a data tab. So I suppose if Jasper, no, if Sawyer could get me in there, or do we need physical connection to a data tab?
You
Data
need
tab.
to connect it to a wire.
See data tab. Once it comes to the cable, can I use it via universal data connector? Any device connected to the data connection. So what's a universal data connector? Does that mean I need to use my data jack to connect it? Or can I connect wireless? Can the wirelessly command to self-destructive reaction? But do I need the direct connection to the data tab itself to get a connection?
Something has to be wired into it.
Alright, so I have to be there personally. Just visually, is there any... While the dog is still going on with its picture, suppose we could just take a look at the building itself and see if there's any obvious, no more, like an entry point, a discrete entry.
Just so I understand the situation, we're parked some distance away from the target building and the dog is like scanning out the window.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's very important that Sawyer doesn't get in front of the dog because his aura would probably get it, especially in the way.
Right, so Sawyer's probably up front, dog's in the back with Logan.
Yeah, so something like that. So yeah, let's take just like a visual look at the building from the angle that we can see it from.
Yeah, I'd like to make a perception roll.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
definitely not going to get out of the car, though, or anything, because I don't want to get in the way. Wow.
and you got 5 success because that's your limit. You would have got 6.
Oh, yeah, mental limit. Jeez, you got 9.
And that's not even my full power.
Alright, so you all activate your microscope vision. And you zoom and enhance on that door. You can see the key card reader. It's got a blinking light on it. You can see a camera above the door. You can see windows all throughout the area. There are no lights on. There are several cameras that are just around overlooking the street. Some that are on different buildings. There's a sewer grate somewhere. Some parked cars.
Alright, so if you approach it, we will definitely get like cameras, but any of the outside cameras. Good. So good thing we've got the masks. I mean, I could probably. Can I do something like put the cameras on a repeat loop? Is that possible?
It is, if you can get access to them.
And I take it the outside cameras are also no access.
Yeah, you don't see them.
Alright, so they're all on a different grid.
I mean, it makes sense. They're high lifestyle, so they probably have a little bit more secure grid thing going on.
Yeah, that basically settles it. I wanna see if there's any one camera that can be accessed without being seen from any other.
Did I assist in that roll?
With 9 hits on perception, yeah, you find one.
Oh, yeah, you got 9 hits. You probably know everything.
How high is the camera?
They would be like above the doors.
Okay.
I mean, I've got like 1 meter data jack cable from my head, so that's like 2.5 meters range.
Yeah, you managed to find a blind spot on the target building where you can access a camera without being seen by any of the cameras.
How good are you at sneaking, Logan?
Yeah, I've got like 7 dice pool.
Can I assist by trying to like find a route that he can take?
Yeah, you
That
can
would-
teamwork that.
I would also like to assist.
Yeah, you can teamwork with perception.
Oh. I rolled sneaking, but whatever.
Yeah, that works too. So, Logan, what's your sneaking skill?
7.
Your sneaking skill.
Oh, skill pool 1.
Alright, so that means that you get +1 from teamwork. You did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna edge that.
Did you restore your edge from that 2-day period where you used one?
What today period?
Like when we were preparing and you did the matrix search and you're like, I'm gonna post edge that, and
Oh,
And
no,
then-
I didn't.
Jasper had to go do his job thing.
No, I didn't. Alright, so I got what? 8, so I edge that got 5, no, 8, 2 success, so that's 6. That's better.
5 successes.
And I assume we're gonna do that after the log is done, so we've got a picture already. Jasper's just gonna send a message to Kojuri in the middle of the night. Hey, a sentence for me.
By the way, how's your grandparents?
Kajiri's not getting that message.
Oh,
Alright, so Logan, you are just kind of sneaking around in the middle of the street, like performing weird actions as you're dodging around various fields of view from all of the cameras. As Jasper and Sawyer are just shouting in your ear. You're like
any of
doing
these
cartwheels through the street.
you could like, yeah, if any of these were deckers, they could just like draw arrows to point out where the field of visions are. But alas,
We're doing
No,
like,
left. No, a bit more right.
like shadow
no,
puppet.
you're right.
Wait, stop. Okay, go.
I spin 3 times around to the counterclockwise.
Press start and select.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, A start.
So you are now in the blind spot.
And I attach the data tab.
To what?
Is there a cable?
No.
Is there anything
The
that
camera is physically attached to the wall.
I probably like I have like a toolkit, so I can like unscrew it, right?
Yeah, you could make a hardware roll to unscrew the camera.
Which one is that? It's not. Is it engineering? It's engineering.
Alright. You manage to unscrew the camera.
What's inside?
You get access to the cable.
Good. I plug in the data tab.
You
What do I
did it.
see?
So now you can see the whole network.
Any of
And
the
give me
outside
a
cameras?
matrix perception. All right. As soon as you finished unscrewing the camera, something turned on wireless
Where?
within the building.
Any kind of direction? Like, is it above, in a higher floor, in a basement,
On the
ground floor?
matrix.
Oh right, yes. Damn. Good, so I need a matrix perception to identify it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. So you got two questions.
What is that thing that just turned on? What is it an icon of?
Please be a toaster. Please be a toaster.
It's a wireless transmitter. One way.
Oh boy.
What is the message it's transmitting?
You'd have to snoop.
Choose actions. What's Snoop again? That's electronic warfare plus intelligence. What are the other questions you can ask with matrix perception? I never remember those.
Matrixactions.pdf is your friend.
Yeah, I found it. And in the most recent edit, spot the target icon, look for presence of data bump, programs by one, target's device rating, com code, rating, type of icon, file protected, grid, yeah, on the grid is an icon running. If you're in a host, there's an icon running and silent in the host. You know at least one feature of that. You can spot the icon, matrix section like effect, and the marks on an icon, but not their owners. What is the action that I need to do again to keep the cameras on the loop? So they. Is it sneeze or something? Try to find. No. Spoof command? No.
I think that might have been an edit file.
Jam signals. That's what a post book. Edit file. So yeah, what's firewall of the host?
The device is not running on a host.
Okay, does that take up my question? If not, I'm gonna ask what the firewall of the camera is.
This camera's firewall is 6.
So pretty beefy. Okay, I'm gonna snoop just to find out what it's sending. That's electronic warfare plus intuition. Why is everything intuition?
You need 1 mark to snoop.
Alright. Yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting about that. Hack on the fly, hacking plus logic plus 2. I can't go in hot sim because that would probably disconnect the cable. But it's a device. So 10 successes.
Alright, pretty good.
Wow.
Let's see if you get it. Only 6 net hits.
Only 6.
So you can ask 3 more questions about this camera. Do you have a baby monitor?
Yes. It's not far, so I don't need to worry about data bombs. Most recent data targets, programs run by persona, targets device rating, targets com code, ratings. Well, it's not file again. Grid of persona. Yeah, let's just ask the other 3 matrix attributes.
It has attack and sleaze of 0 and data processing of 6.
Yeah, I guess as much. Alright then. Now I'm gonna snoop. Oh, not. Actually, you know what? Edge again because I've got that stuff. Let me just mark it off. How many nurses set again? 9.
Man, Logan is really leading the team on this one.
Alright, 4 successes. That's more than 1.
You did it. So you managed to catch the end of a suspicious activity report.
Alright, so they know that we're already doing stuff. I tell them, do we want to get in quick or not?
Like, what kind of report was that? Was it like a really serious one, like red alert, get over here right now, or
How specific was it? Do you know?
It's very tail end, so I'm gonna assume it's just like something's happening, just send a patrol over.
You heard, "Screwed camera. Please respond."
Crap.
Right, yeah, that's very specific.
how long does the dog have left to? Or did the dog finish?
I wouldn't have gone before the dog had finished.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
all we need is a sample from the house, right?
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be too long. I think we can get in and out. That's fast. Probably.
Yeah. If you hurry, like.
And after that snoop, the camera or the transmitter turns off wireless.
Yeah, it just sends a signal then. I'm gonna try to spoof the camera anyway, just to minimize any damage that might happen as a result.
Yeah, can you maybe neutralize whatever parts of their network you can?
Did you find out for sure what action that is?
No, I can like spoof command is like give device or agent command, and I suppose repeat the last 10 seconds of
Now, spoof command
transmission.
requires one mark on whatever device that it's slaved to.
Ah. How do I get
So,
what
if it
device?
is slaved to something, you would have a mark on it by having a mark on the child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you do have a mark on another device.
Probably his main server or something. I'm gonna try to spoof command just to like repeat last 10 seconds of transmission or recording. Again, hacking plus int. Why is everything int?
I would say neutralize as much as you can and then get back to the car as quietly and quickly as possible.
Just to make sure, I'm gonna use another edge. I've only got one left.
You have succeeded.
Is it just for this camera or for all of the cameras?
For just this camera, for as long as you keep it up.
Alright, so yeah, this camera's disabled now. You wanna give it a try?
Sure. So I'm assuming I'm going to use the blind spot for that camera to get closer to the building.
Yep.
There are still other cameras around. A bunch of them.
Yeah, it's only that camera which is now neutralized.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it should still be easier to get over to the building than it was. It was still possible, even without that camera neutralized, to get to the building, so I'm sure I can take an even simpler route than Logan took, really. I have more options, so to speak.
And if it doesn't, people are already alerted. I can just like snip the cables
Yeah.
one by one.
Don't cut the red wire.
Alright, so there you go.
Can I assist him? Like
You
from
sure
the car,
can.
giving him directions?
You have 9 sneaking?
That's... I think there's a
6
PyTech
skill
bonus in
points
there.
plus PyTech bonus plus something else.
Plus my cat
PyTech bonus
mentor.
would be a modifiers.
Oh. I'll look in... It's
That's saying
cat-like
that your
2.
sneaking skill is 9.
Yeah, I think it dumped... I have 4 sneaking, plus I have cat-like 2 and cat 2, and I think I got a sneaking since then that I didn't put into Chummer. So, it's only in Roll20.
Oh, I've been putting my PyTech bonus into the bonus column in my sneaking skill.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that goes into modifiers automatically.
And the cat stuff would also go into modifiers.
I think that's due to the import being strange. It just dumped my sneaking in as 8, I think. Then I... Or did it? No, I have rating 4, bonus 5, and now it's saying that sneaking is 9. Alright. So I guess the bonus does just go into sneaking directly.
Yeah, modifiers is that bit that you insert manually. Like every time you roll, it asks.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's just easier to do it in the bonus column in the skill than to always remember that we have a PyTech.
Yeah, but it's also misleading for things like teamwork. Because you need to know what the actual skill rating is.
Okay,
Well, that's
so
still in character sheets individually, so.
that is true, but my actual sneaking skill is 1.
The important thing is Sawyer's actual sneaking skill.
Like if you
It's
hover
4.
over it, it says 4 plus 5.
Because that becomes the limit for Jasper's aid.
Well,
Oh
4
yeah,
dice is
it
not
does
bad.
show.
Yeah, so you have 4 or more dice.
All right.
Cool.
Alright, so Sawyer also does the dance, though much better.
The dance of the umbrella pants.
Much better, and he has a lot more leeway.
A bit more leeway.
Before we go in, Do we the decay, was that just internal, or was that like possibly on the outside as well? Because if it was on the outside, we could just like peel off a big bit of the outside or something.
Yeah, I was thinking just
It
take my
was
chisel.
only on the inside.
Okay.
Get in.
All right, so I'm gonna check the. Well, I guess an alarm would have already gone off, so there's no point in
Like, yeah,
checking
there
for alarms.
already was an alarm, so
That
Yeah.
was the alarm, basically.
So I kind of want to open the door just a crack and try to check if there's any cameras on the inside as well before I go in, because I don't want to just run in willy-nilly. Though,
Yeah.
I guess we also have to defeat the keycard reader first.
Yeah, and you have your mask, right?
Yep, I have that on.
now that I think of it, I can just like I did say mention arrows. I could have just done that myself, maybe.
Okay,
Oh well.
real quick,
While doing that, I can just do it in the meanwhile.
Jasper's
Well-
gonna subvocal mic over to you two and say, any signs of danger or trouble, contact me immediately. I'll drive over and we just bail.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll let you take a shot at disabling the reader first.
I would also like to keep an eye out for them, just in case I see anyone, and just, kind of slump down in the driver's seat and try to be not suspicious.
So how does that work again?
So, Logan,
Yeah.
before anything else, did you want to look through the network now?
Yeah.
So give me a perception. Right. There are devices running silent on the wired connection.
Okay, and I don't know their physical location, right?
No.
Alright, I tell Sawyer that there's stuff
You also
going on.
see a bunch of cameras.
Oh, so the cameras are not the ones that are running silent.
No.
Alright, Sawyer, there's other stuff in there that I've just found beyond the cameras. So if you hear anything suspicious, remember what Jasper said. Get the hell out.
Okie dokie. What exactly should I be taking a sample of? Like, where could I predict that it would be?
Look, I'm thinking go into an apartment or whatever and chip off a piece of the wall.
All right. Okay, so I guess I'll swipe my maglock passkey then.
Alright. Go ahead and roll it.
I just roll its rating, right? 4?
Yes. And I roll the rating of the Maglock.
Which is
Oh,
probably
no.
Can you edge that roll? Or is
Nope.
that not a...
Oh, that's
Oh boy.
Beep. Hey, Logan. That thing just turned on its wireless again.
yep. There's a signal going out again.
Can I swipe my passkey again?
I'm not sure. I think you might.
Just keep
just keep
swiping
if
it
you
until
don't-
it works.
If you don't care about getting caught.
I mean, it's already transmitting.
Oh, it has a +1 bonus to its rating with wireless. You can try that. So you get another die to roll. We don't know. Maybe the thing just rolled 1 or what. So with wireless bonus you get 5.
All
So
right.
you want to try again?
Yeah, I'll try one more time with the wireless bonus.
You can't use edge at all, right? Like, not pre-edge or...
It wouldn't really
anything?
make sense. Because
Okay.
you're not the one doing anything.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
4 successes this time. That's a lot better.
Let's see if it works. Beep beep. Click.
Cool. So yeah, like I said before, when I open the door, I want to open it just a bit and try to notice cameras in this hallway or whatever it is, assuming it's a hallway even.
Are you doing that before or after you open the door?
Well, I was just gonna try and open it a crack, hopefully, and try
Okay.
to.
Yes, you do see a camera above the door on the other side.
Okay.
Is it the kind of camera that you can like rotate? Because we could have just done that in the first place.
You mean just grab it and turn it?
Yeah.
Also, give me a memory roll.
Which one of us?
Sawyer.
It's on the main tab.
Okay.
Left-hand side, about halfway down, I think.
I found it. 4 successes.
Alright, that is not a critical glitch, so you do remember the fact that there is also a camera above the door on this side, looking at the door. Where you
But isn't
are.
that the one? Isn't that the one that Logan was looping though?
There was another camera that had a blind spot. This is not the camera that had a blind spot.
Okay, so it's already looking at me.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that one was the one with the blind spot, but so yeah, I guess there's no point in not getting seen by the cameras at this point, except maybe when I'm actually chiseling the thing off the wall, because then
Probably best to act quickly because they are sending a response.
yeah, so I'm just gonna run in quickly and try to get to one of the rooms.
Alright.
Meanwhile, while he's doing that, can I do another matrix perception?
And can I do a regular perception, keep an eye out?
All right.
Do I Logan? Do you specifically think I need to be in an apartment, or can I just chisel off of any random wall in here?
Like, I'm thinking preferably in the apartment because that's where people are gonna notice the stuff.
All right.
And there is a keycard reader on every door.
All right. So I don't think this could get any less. I don't think this could get any less subtle. So let's just start swiping the pass key.
Swipe it on every single one.
Swipe it on the nearest door until it works. I don't think it'll do anything worse than what's happened so far. Let's be honest here.
All right, roll for it.
2 successes.
Beep. Beep.
Oh.
Beep.
That. Okay, it sounds like the door is completely locked now. Well,
The light
maybe...
turns green. You hear part of the unlocking noise, and then it just stops.
Oh. What? Okay, so that wasn't an alarm. I was worried there. It just seems to be something weird.
Could they have disabled all the locks?
Do I notice anything happening on the grid?
You haven't given that perception yet.
Yeah, I'll message Logan asking, like, what on earth does this mean? It half opened, it was beeping, and it was green. That doesn't sound like it was an alarm. It doesn't... But the door didn't open either.
Right, so, Logan, questions.
What just pick one of the icons and ask what the icon is, what it is.
All right, you're trying to spot one of the hidden
I did.
icons.
Yeah.
Right, so that I have to roll against. And you fail.
Okay. Do I, yeah, the next question I suppose is going to be what just happened with Sawyer.
If you're doing that to try to find a thing, then you don't get questions. It's one or the other.
Oh well, a bit late for that now. I guess I'm just gonna spend the other 3 attempts to identify the icon then. Well, however many I have left after the result.
You make a roll against them to spot them running silently.
Okay, so that was the roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so I suppose I have to roll separately to find out what happened with Sawyer's thing.
Yeah.
Well, while
You
Logan's
have
doing
to be
this,
doing a perception specifically on that lock.
While Logan's doing this, I want to walk over to a different lock and start swiping my keycard.
Good idea.
Alright, Logan. You check out that lock. And it looks like the lock just malfunctioned and jammed.
Quick.
Sawyer,
Try
did you
more
take the
locks.
walking tech brain quality?
I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on this whatever's wrong with this house constantly.
Alright, Sawyer. Yeah, surprising everyone, 0 successes was not enough. Boop beep. Click.
Okay. I'm gonna get in, chisel some stuff, off the wall and into my bag, wherever I keep the rest of my street gear.
Right, and Logan, do you want to try finding other hidden icons?
Yeah. Like, as long either that or just drawing out. Cause it's like, as far as I know, well, I didn't know that Soy has already been caught on camera, so I would also consider just like drawing arrows into everybody's AR, so we would see the field of vision, so we could get out more easily.
But before I actually chisel anything off, I do want to check if there's any cameras in here. Or at least anything looking near where I am
Give
in the
me a
room.
perception.
Like
Just because, like, we've already been seen, but at least we might be able to hide what we're doing.
Like, you could just be burglars, for what they know.
Yeah.
just go into the bathroom. Why would there be cameras in the bathroom?
Again, dystopian future.
I guess. Just knock over a table and a cabinet on your way out to make it look like a burglary.
You don't see any cameras.
All right. So if there's no cameras looking at me, I am just going to, get my stuff off the wall and maybe bash the room around a bit. And
All right.
then leave.
And how long are you spending on that?
30 seconds. Just
And
like,
Logan?
how much can you trash a room and grab some stuff in 30 seconds? Probably a decent amount.
Especially if you're all hopped up on adrenaline, I'm sure.
Logan, give me some rolls.
What do you want me to roll?
Matrix perception. Try to see some of those other icons.
Oh dear.
No.
No, not that one. Try again.
At least not a glitch.
No, not that one. It's close though.
Close. Yeah. Close.
You've got as many times as if you want to stick around.
Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, how many times does Sawyer give me?
I'm just gonna dash out as soon as I'm done what I'm doing.
So you still have some time. Nope.
Do I hear him making that noise? What? Let me see.
You probably hear a lot of smashing noises.
Yeah, with 6 dice, definitely.
And now you just need to get that on your spotting things in the Matrix roll.
Nope.
Oh, you find this one.
Nice. What is it?
It's an icon.
Alright, so I need a separate perception just to identify it.
Yeah. So you got 4
different.
questions.
What is it?
This appears to be some kind of nano hive.
Interesting.
What is it says per person? What programs are being run, if that's applicable?
That's close enough. You're able to spot the source code that they're running.
Alright,
And
is
as
there...
you're seeing this, this is when Sawyer would start escaping the scene.
I'll just give him hand motions like back to the car, back to the car.
Alright,
Like he got back into the hallway at this point.
okay.
Download everything.
Yeah, just, is there a data bomb attached?
Yes.
Is it protected?
Yes.
Okay. How do I disable data bomb again?
Do you want to stick around and try to get through this?
We've got a sample. We really don't need to. I mean, hopefully we have a sample.
It would be more evidence.
Yeah, basically.
But
okay.
if we have a sample, don't we have some of the nanobots to?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if it's a nano hive, these things could be deployed like on demand, not inside the architecture itself, right?
Basically. I'm gonna try to disarm the data bomb.
Alright.
First, I'm gonna switch my firewall just so I get more defense.
First, let me see what rating it is.
10 firewall. Hopefully that's enough.
You succeed.
Next, I need to remove protection. I'm gonna swap over some of my stats so I get attack. And I'm gonna
You need a mark for that.
Oh.
You have to mark the file.
Alright, yeah, before I swap then I'm gonna, hack on the fly on it. How many do I? Just one mark. Good. So hack on the fly, hacking plus logic.
You fail.
Hmm. 5 hits. I'm gonna try it again.
Alright.
Does it count as a device?
Yeah.
Okay, then I get 2 more.
Alright, so you might not have failed. You still failed.
Ouch.
Ow.
And again.
Keep trying. And I'm gonna use my last edge on this.
Whoa.
Good.
You successfully put a mark on it.
Alright, now time to crack that file. Do I get any bonus to...
Let me see what rating the protection is. I don't know. You did it.
And I copy the source code over, which is...
Edit file.
Edit file, computer. Lots of 5s.
I can just imagine Logan over there, like, madly screenshotting everything.
It makes up for the bad luck I had during Pathfinder yesterday.
You do not succeed.
Again? I supposedly tell Jasper to get the car ready when I'm.
You succeed.
Jasper responds, I'm all ready when you are.
Alright, I disconnect
And you're hearing sirens.
and make a run for it.
All right, turn on the car and gonna go meet them.
I'm assuming I've made it back to the car by now.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
like in the car, like probably screaming at Logan
You're a
as he's
fast boy.
doing something.
Oh dear. Come on, Logan, get in. We gotta go.
I need to check something.
Get in, loser. We're running from the cops.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I tell when they're about to get in reach?
Yeah, they're coming close. Like the sirens are getting close here. Logan, why
Yeah?
don't you give me a running check?
Because you didn't ask.
Rude.
Oh no.
It's not a crit glitch.
I've barely got enough to not have to default, so yeah.
Alright, so Logan is running as fast as he can.
Or Jasper is driving as fast as you can, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Get into the car. Jasper, step on it.
Jasper does so.
Floor it.
Give me that piloting.
Oh man. This brings back memories.
Watch as we all crash and die just for this one stunt that we pulled.
Yeah. Hey guys, by the way, Jasper doesn't really know how to drive like an F-Zero machine. So
Present day, present time pops into stream at this moment. Hey, what did I miss?
he just drives up in his car. Do you need me to look through the trash again?
Buster just jumps out of the dog. He's been hiding in there the entire time.
Starts cartwheeling past all the security cameras.
Okay, so I have 6 dice pool. Is this something that I should pre-edge?
What's your edge?
How much is you?
My edge is 4.
Then no.
So,
Okay,
probably pre-edge would be better.
Oh, you think
Yeah,
so?
on average, pre-edge would be better.
Oh yeah, on average you get like 4 rerolls anyway, and pre-edge gives you exploding dice.
Okay, because I've done pre-edging like once that I can recall, and I always forget how it works. Post-edge I know, but...
Pre-edge just means that all your 6s explode.
And
Alright.
you add your edge.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pre-edge this roll, and we're getting out of here as quickly as possible.
We'll see how quickly that is.
Do I need to click the edge button at the top for a pre-edge?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey!
Look at all
Nice.
these.
4 dice exploded.
How many is that? 7, 1.
Wow.
7 plus 7, 14 dice. Yeah, four exploding dice.
We're out of here. I'm the new F-Zero racer.
Yeah, you just have to pre-edge every roll.
Basically, yeah.
And get super lucky.
Man, Jasper needs some reaction cyberware.
Put
What,
that
so you can be
special
more
engine in
deadly?
your normal car.
Moved by wires.
All right, so like the police are closing in on you, and you just go screaming off into the distance.
Excellent.
Guys, if this is what I think it is, I think we might just have proof of what is going on.
Yeah, you have gotten the source code that the nanohive was using.
Are there any like copyrights on that source code?
Oh,
Like
definitely.
No, definitely.
any signed authorizations? Can you find their GitHub? I bet they have a GitHub. Are the police on our tail at all?
No, you lost them easily.
Oh, good, good.
So what are you doing?
I say we return to base once we're sure that we're not being tailed at all. And probably put that sample on ice or something if necessary.
Sleep for an hour or something. No, for the night.
All right. Anything else that you want to do along the way?
Like, I've got the chemistry toolkit, which I'm assuming would also include, like, microscope and shit.
Flip my license plate, maybe?
Yeah.
I
Change
don't need
clothes.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
All right. So after another 15 minutes, Logan, you haven't been watching your Overwatch score.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
So let me go ahead and add
Shut
2d6 to that 38.
Oh no.
Don't you have common sense?
Yeah, I do. That hasn't been in effect for like months by now.
I've explicitly stated before that I would not be mentioning Overwatch score in the future.
I was kind of wondering why those numbers were going up.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my deck and
It's a bit late now,
yeah,
because that is an Overwatch score of 40 and up.
Does that mean we need to throw
So
Logan out the
15
window?
minutes into the drive, Logan takes 12 matrix damage, resist normally.
I'm not in sim. Oh,
Your
matrix
deck
damage.
still
Oh.
takes it.
Yeah, let's see. How do you resist it again?
It's
Hardware.
will plus firewall.
Will plus firewall. Yeah.
Or no, device rating plus firewall for a device.
Ah, good. So that's.
Alright, so your deck takes 8 matrix damage. It's forced to reboot, and your physical location is reported to the authorities.
Yeah, so that's bricked.
You should have one more. Or two, even.
None.
Because condition monitor default is 8 plus device rating over 2.
Yeah, no, it had 4 damage.
Oh, you didn't repair that before.
No.
So that's a problem. And Jasper, I need you to give me another piloting roll.
All right. Are we being pursued?
I guess you gotta shake the tails at least.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to. I mean, we don't have tails per se, but
It's like the exact
It has-
position where you were at that moment was sent to
That's
the
something-
authorities.
Yeah. Is that something Logan would have said and known about?
I mean, the latest when the deck gets bricked, yeah.
Yeah, when your deck just like explodes.
Okay,
Well,
so
it doesn't explode, but it sparks up.
Goodbye.
Oh, my head.
Oh dear.
In your head.
Oh jeez. All right. I'm gonna pre-edge the next one too.
That
Because this
can't be a
sounds-
pleasant experience.
Logan, what
Please.
happened? You're steaming.
Ow, my head. My deck got bricked. I
What?
forgot
How?
to I forgot to disconnect, and now they know how.
Oh jeez.
Shit.
Alright, well, Jasper knows how to lose a tail easily.
It's part of the job.
I just hope that I don't get a crit glitch on the repair rolls.
Yeah.
Get someone to help you with that because I think we're gonna need the information on that deck pretty heavy. And you remember what happened last time, right?
Yep.
And that was just a comm link.
Yeah, that's how I got damage. Well, fortunately I have 14 dice pools, so crit glitch is unlikely so far.
But not impossible.
Is there anything else that can explode before we get home?
So I might have been injected with micro bomb without us noticing.
Yeah, Sawyer just detonates.
Let's just go over him with a button tracker.
hey, Kujiri, guess what? We boom.
Ugh.
Did you remember to put gas in the car?
Fun fact, this
Oh,
is the
no.
first time I've ever seen convergence happen.
A what?
This is the first time I have ever seen convergence happen.
Oh, Overwatch conversion. Oh yeah.
Do you need to go to the hospital, Logan?
I mean, do I look injured? Like,
I'm not going to take my
smelting?
eyes off the road. Sawyer, you look at him.
I stare intently at Logan.
Well, medicine, and then remember when Kojiri fainted the first time? No, neither of you went there. So basically, a boss crit failed this medicine check and just decided, oh, Kojiri's dead, let's bring her to the hospital. Well, not hospital, but the morgue. She woke up and then like, oh no, zombie Kojiri, let's call an exorcist.
That's amazing.
And then the exorcist became a contact.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
We had to pay like 2,000 yen, so it better be a contact.
Yeah, so if we've lost all of our tails, if no one's going to explode, and if I remember to put gas in the car, just go straight home.
Alright, you get home.
All right.
So
I was
Logan,
thinking,
you gonna roll for those repairs?
I'm gonna huddle in a corner and weep for a couple of hours first.
You could have you should have kept up proper maintenance.
Let's see, what is that? Every hit you can use to either remove one box of Mythic's damage or cut the time required in half. Yeah, go full for the Mythic's damage.
Alright, so that's 1 hour. Alright, 2 hours.
Jasper would suggest to Sawyer to
So it's
maybe put the
10.
sample on ice, just in case there's any kind of biological process going on.
Does it have 9 or
Could
10?
be. Huh?
Does it have 9 or 10?
It has 10.
Okay.
So yeah, just exactly 2 hours. I mean, if it's if it's hard nano machines, I don't think it really matters. If it's soft ones, they're gonna die even quicker in the cold, if anything.
And this is why Jasper is not a rigger.
Not a rigger or a deco or any kind of mechanic. Yeah.
Precisely.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna analyze the scrapings first, just in case. If there's nothing in there, we can just toss them away. But yeah, I'm gonna do those first, just in case there's anything there that can decay or die off.
Would I be able to use my forensics knowledge in any way to help?
Yeah, you can roll that to analyze the results.
Yeah, and Jasper also needs to take a look at the dog photos.
I mean, you can take a look at them, but you wouldn't exactly.
Oh, you
So
know.
are you
You never know.
intentionally pre-edging all of these rolls?
Oops. Not that one. I have to re-roll that. I forgot to turn that one off.
I mean, it's 5 successes, and you're gonna get that edge back anyway.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're not in any kind of real danger, so I'll let it
All right.
pass.
So you give the dog the sample. You analyze the results. There do not seem to be... Well, there don't seem to be any live nanobots. There are a few traces just here and there of a deceased nanobot just stuck to the surface.
Yeah, probably soft ones.
Interesting.
Not as good as the source code, but
Will they degrade over time, or is this something we can keep on as like a specimen, as evidence?
I mean,
They
if it's
probably get recycled, so it wouldn't just go away.
Okay, good. We can
and with
hold
that
on
life,
to
they're
it.
not actually gonna get recycled.
So we can
Need
put
to
this
find-
in a proper specimen container then.
Need to find a really tiny pin, like you would like with bugs.
Put it in a terrarium along with Hargraves.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Give Hargrave a robot.
So Logan, is your deck not dead?
fully functional by now. Took me a while, but once I figured out where the soldering was wrecked, I fixed it pretty quick.
Well, I get the feeling you wouldn't have taken so long unless you found something good. So
Yeah, I found the nanohives that were in the. I found a couple of nanohives in the building, so I figured that knowing what they was, knowing that what they do would probably be a fairly decisive evidence. So it took me some time to get actually to the source code of the thing. Pretty high grade security on that stuff. So
nanohives.
Basically the thing that keeps nano machines up and running and up to date and everything.
So that would explain why we found nanites inside the sample here.
We did.
So that most likely completely rules out any kind of magical involvement.
I mean, it pays to send it to Kojumi anyway, just in case,
Oh, definitely.
wouldn't hurt.
But it seems like their primary destructive method is by sending out these nanites.
I mean, I have to analyze the source code first. Okay, that would be software, I guess.
Yeah. Software at a -2.
It doesn't have any kind of self-destruct mechanism in it, does it?
No, but you'd be using software as a knowledge skill rather than rather than as an active skill. Though it appears as though it doesn't matter.
Excuse me?
You got
Yeah, I
5
didn't
successes
catch it.
anyway.
Yeah. Because I'm just that good when I'm lucky enough. Not when I need to be. When I need to be, I'm just bad.
So yeah, you pour through the source code, and these are definitely designed to react to the moods of the people residing in the place and actively destroy things.
Back to the mood.
They
How so?
have some very complicated sensors. Like they look through social media posts, they do mood analysis, they figure out how much these people would be willing to pay for what kinds of repairs. And then they
Wow.
do that damage.
So if you're a really stingy customer, you'd actually get a pretty good house without any drawbacks.
It sounds like it. Man, that is manipulative stuff there.
They have a failsafe for that too. If they determine that a customer isn't worth keeping, then they deal significantly more damage than they're willing to take to get them to move out.
Drive out. Yeah, so other people move in again.
Then they repair the building and get ready for the next one.
Jeez.
So, Jasper, what do you think we should do with this knowledge?
Man, I don't know. I mean,
I
these
think
guys are...
Sorry.
Go ahead, Sawyer.
I think our agreement earlier was that we were going to sell it to a competitor of sorts.
Now you have access to that source code.
Well, a competitor or somebody who would expose this thing. Like, it's basically we've got the choice between somebody who would pay a lot or somebody who would expose it and give us the good fuzzy feelings.
And I'm not sure just yet because these guys are pretty prevalent. Like all the buildings that I've been checking out while I'm, doing my real estate job, they all follow a similar design, and they might be under this kind of same, nanohive contract thing.
No, like that's just basically people, there's sub companies working for this particular company, right?
Uh, 3 companies involved with Oakstar generating more money than
Construction
they
and
should.
reparation money and that stuff. The
Yeah,
different
so
fronts,
yeah,
not actual competitors.
hmm. I don't know. I mean, it could be a lot more spread out than I think it could be, or it just might be these 3 companies. I'm not sure.
I mean, I could do another matrix search, just find out if there's other real estate companies that have similar events happening.
The thing is, I'm not sure what we do with this information just yet. If we can get it out anonymously, that's great. But if we do release it and we're not very careful about it, I mean, these guys are pretty wealthy,
Well, yeah, that's why we would send it to somebody who would know how to do that.
Why don't you give me a matrix search?
Bloop.
Because basically what we're talking about here is undermining someone's very lucrative source of income. And it's not exactly legal, what they're doing.
Yeah, you're not able to find that kind of hidden information.
Maybe once I get a good night's sleep and have some edge back.
Not a bad idea. We're all pretty kind of tired, right?
Yeah, and we wanted to send that picture to Kojiri anyway.
Alright. So you all go to sleep, get a nice meal. You send the
Breakfast.
picture over to
The meal
Kojiri,
of kings.
and Kojiri is sending a message back saying that there's nothing in the picture.
Yeah, why are you sending this to me? This is just like boring crap.
Well, it's kind of what we expected, but whatever. It's
So,
worth a shot.
also, Sawyer could have told you that.
Astral perception is enough.
That's what I was thinking earlier.
To see that
I
there
thought
is
it was.
nothing.
Huh.
Like, you can't analyze what you see, but you can see if you see something.
That is actually useful.
So kind of like a litmus test in a way. But not like a microscope.
So, like, Sawyer could detect, like, the presence of a spirit or something, but not exactly what kind of spirit it would be or something like that.
It's like if there's a spirit flying around, Sawyer could see it. And he could probably figure out, yeah, that's probably a spirit. But he wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to analyze
Could
it
be
and
a
see, like,
wizard.
oh, no, it's actually an illusion. Or, like, specifically what tradition it's from.
Huh. Good to know.
I've used it to notice the spirits before, but I didn't realize it would help in this situation.
Now you know.
I suppose Jasper's blogger contact may be of some help.
Gonna make that the most popular blog on the net.
Yeah, I'm not too certain how we get this information out just yet. Because obviously this is going to blow up big. Like if people find out, oh, all these places, they're rigged.
I mean, we wouldn't have to send it out immediately. We could, like, lay low for a week or so, just so people so the company at least doesn't get any suspicions.
I think that's pretty good. I don't think this is an operation where they're just going to up and, completely change their game just because someone broke in and made a
Like if someone
burglary.
broke in and then the day afterwards somebody broke the news, yeah, they're gonna make some connections. But like,
Yeah, they're really going to hunt us down. I'm good with sitting on it for at least a week or so. If we can come up with anything we can do in the meanwhile.
and no lasting harm done.
Alright, were you going to try that computer roll again?
I suppose.
Oh. You're feeling much better about this today. So it takes you a while, but by pouring through all of the resources available to you, you're able to find that all of these companies, they all go back to, what was it, Oakstar?
Yeah, Oakstar.
They're all subsidiaries of Oakstar. The other real estate companies are subsidiaries of Oakstar, and the repair companies are subsidiaries of the subsidiaries.
Oh, jeez, they're all in it together.
Yeah, as I said, that's something that tends to happen. Like if Oakstar were to repair a building, that Oakstar sold, and then the building would collapse again, that would look pretty bad for Oakstar. But if a subsidiary company does it, most people would probably not even realize it's a subsidiary, and those that do, they could just say, "Oh yeah, we have no control of the subsidiary. We're just gonna cut them off." And then, you know,
That makes perfect sense. It's all compartmentalized.
delete the subsidiary and then just reshuffle the assets into a new company that does the exact same thing.
I'm
You
thinking.
also notice that Oakstar, a subsidiary of Macrolutions, is not the only one in on this. There are other subsidiaries of Macrolutions that are doing the same scheme.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like a big pyramid of spiders.
Not really. Spiders are a different thing in this context.
It's no wonder that Macrolutions is the number 4.
What number is microillusions? Microlutions is a subsidiary of Macrolutions.
I knew it.
So if Macrolutions is controlling basically everything, I'm not sure that there's a competitor that we can even go to.
Yeah, it's AAA Corp, so the big.
Yeah, the
Like
thing
in
is,
like in standard Shadowrun, every company, every AAA Corp has at least some sort of some hands in most everything. Even if say as technology as basically the food giant like Nestle, but with blood sacrifices. Other companies also do that kind of stuff, but here in this case, it seems like there's very, very every company has its own niche.
so this is kind of a secret that they're having millions riding on. I'm not quite sure how we deal with it.
Yeah, they're draining their tenants for every cent they're worth.
So no competitors we could sell it to. Blackmail would end really badly. Leaking it would end really badly.
Is there like a Shadowrun WikiLeaks?
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
there's data havens. You need a
And
membership
guess what
to
I've
get to
got as a
those.
knowledge skill? Yeah, just let me just check on WikiLeaks. Oh, somebody's already published this knowledge.
So do you have any memberships?
No. I'm guessing that's something you need like explicitly in your character sheet.
Yeah, it's a quality.
No, then no.
Specifically, the quality is...
Prime Data Haven
Yeah.
membership.
So here's an option. If you
Find
want to
somebody
go
who
through
does.
a data haven, you know a few of them, you believe you could get in contact with them, and if you turned over this information, you could get a membership.
What do you guys think?
I think we don't have a lot of other options unless we're gonna give it directly to a journalist, but I suspect they're gonna be afraid of their own heads for that matter.
Yeah, I think that journalist would end up in a gutter about 5 seconds after that happens.
You're a bit optimistic.
So they would just give you a membership. What does that entail?
So with
If it's
a
anything
Prime
like-
Data Haven membership, you are able to like post questions and stuff to the Data Haven. They are like they have large varieties of people that
It's a
can
group
answer your
contact.
questions. Yeah. It's basically a super contact.
Loyalty 3, Connection 5, which is, pretty good.
So this would be like some underground information kind of stuff we could tap into if necessary?
Yeah. And the only cost to it is that you have to occasionally be on the other end of that.
Like
Which
So
I
we're doing
you
think
need to
right now.
Logan
submit
could
your
probably do.
knowledge.
At
We
the very
wouldn't be-
least, any deckers who have membership on the data haven could just disable their own data hive so they could live in. Nah, they probably wouldn't. They just live in low quality buildings or something. But they could have at least improve their own living qualities that way.
I'd say that like with everything that you've gotten together, this would be big enough for like all of you to get a membership, the whole team.
The whole half of a team that actually participated.
I miss Peregrine.
We can get Peregrine a membership as a going away gift.
It also gives you a nice excuse for downtime posts.
Oh, I completely forgot this were a thing. I need to do this more often.
So
I mean,
if
Have
we're-
you even done any?
Huh? No, I've completely forgotten those were a thing for a couple of months now.
Sawyer and I did one.
I should do one this week, whatever. Yeah.
Just one question about the data haven. When we're a member, you said we have to give over our data. Does that mean blackmailing ourselves, like giving
No,
actual
just
info?
contributing. Just
You
Okay,
have to
so
contribute your knowledge.
okay, I mean that's fine. We don't have to give out our location information.
No, like if somebody else has a problem and you know a solution, you are expected to help them.
That sounds completely reasonable. I mean, it's fair. And the thing is, I don't think there's really any way we can go about this. It involves the biggest construction company in this universe, right?
Yes.
We're in the galaxy.
Yeah. So this is going to be kind of like the spooky Matrix people that we met up before, right?
Except
The ones
what
we
should-
didn't ask the names of. I'm sorry, what was that, Logan?
Except with a lot more shit posters.
Surprise, it's the Halloween episode.
Oh no, I forgot. I totally should have just made it a Halloween Day special.
Oh yeah, it is. Like a couple days from Halloween.
Happy Halloween
would've-
Day.
That would have definitely required bringing Edge back.
Oh, definitely. Well, hey, here's a bonus. Like half the stuff on our start screen is orange, right?
Let's paint the rest black.
Yeah, where's my bucket tool?
Ooh, spooky.
There is none.
Here, let me page settings.
Do a black square on the GM layer
Yeah,
or something.
background black. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so spoop.
Welcome
Ah,
to Moonside.
perfect.
Moonside, yeah.
Good looking through the maze now.
Nice. That's amazing. How did that happen?
Beautiful. Anyway, I went through the corporation name generator until I found some things that sounded kind of like data havens. So you could submit this to Karma Walk, Hook Light, or Freak Bar.
Oh man, pretty far.
Can you just like print this so I can? Ooh,
So is Karma Walk the one you go to when you want a lot of karma and do good deeds?
that's white. That's a white hat collective.
Well, we're not criminals, right?
I mean, we are criminals, but we're not like the bad guys.
Yeah,
On the
Karma
evil
Walk
scale,
is more hacktivists. Hook Light is pirates. And Freak Bar is just a band of misfits.
I think hacktivists sound like the best option in this case.
Yeah, for this information. Plus, we're not really trying to get a whole lot of money out of this, even any money. I mean, it would be nice, but
Yeah.
the risk really isn't worth it.
On the evilness scale, how would the individual members rank on the group, really?
Yeah, like would we fit in?
I mean, individually compared to each other. Kojiri is, like, unquestionably up there. Abasso probably somewhere below. Logan would have been, like, very at the bottom, but he's kind of just let loose in the last few weeks.
Sawyer's kind of ruthless, but he does have a conscience.
Sawyer
you're
likes to play
gonna-
with his food.
He's a bit, yeah, okay, he's a sadist, I get it, yeah. I guess at least Jasper as a token good guy.
I guess. I mean, Jasper showed up at that place
You
with
have a
Mom.
non-lethal weapon.
Yeah, Jasper's only weapon is, well, known as... No, Jasper does have a pistol with rubber bullets, though. Never mind.
Not helping your case.
Well, look, when Jasper showed up to rescue Peregrine from Mom, he ran over like 3 guys. Killed them instantly and did a donut while Logan was shooting bullets all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, that was like instant. And you were trying to save the party.
Hold on, Logan.
How much stun can a pillow do?
Enough that it goes
Depends
into
on your
overflow.
strength.
Need to have 50 strength.
Pillow damage is strength -2.
So a troll could conceivably one-hit kill somebody with axe.
Oh man.
Yeah, a troll could kill somebody with a pillow.
So that's our next gimmick character, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You just stun somebody to death with a pillow and then just choke them to death while they're unconscious.
Alright, well, I'm going to end for now, and we'll figure out what you're going to do with those data havens between sessions.
Fair enough.
Until then, see y'all next time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Later.
See.